Hello and welcome to ColoradoTriathlete.com. We're here today with pro triathlete Tim O'Donnell, who debuted in second place at his first Ironman at the Memorial Hermann Ironman Texas on Saturday, May 21st. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Tim, tell us when your first triathlon was.
I did my first triathlon in, I believe it was 1999. It was my senior year of high school, and my brother was on the Naval Academy triathlon team, and it was the Army-Navy tri-dual, I guess, at West Point, and I just went up and did the age group race and smashed everybody out of the water. It's when I was still swimming in high school, and then from there it was just moved backwards really quickly.
So then you subsequently went to Annapolis yourself, did you not?
I did. I entered in 1999 Naval Academy, graduated in 2003.
And after that you served in the Navy. And then did you go to Berkeley after that for your master's work?
I actually I went to Berkeley as part of the Navy's immediate graduate education program. So if you're in the top 15 in your class at the academy and you received a scholarship from a university, you're then eligible to go into what was called the IJET program. So right out of Annapolis I went to Berkeley and I did my master's in ocean engineering. And then from there I headed to my command in San Diego.
And when did you continue doing triathlons through your college career?
I did. I was on the varsity swim team at the Naval Academy, and after the end of my sophomore year of swimming, I decided to focus fully on triathlon. I was on the triathlon club team, but I didn't really race. So that's after my sophomore year, I decided it was time to stop staring at the black line 20 hours a week and only maybe 4 or 5 hours a week and start biking and running.
So what brought you to the Springs?
I ended up at the Boulder Peak Training Center in Colorado Springs through a combination of the national team programs and the military's world-class athlete program. So as the Armed Forces national champion in triathlon, I was given the opportunity to go out to the Olympic Training Center.
So while you were doing your ITU racing in 2009 and 2010, you did really well at the ITU Long Distance Worlds, and that is almost an Ironman distance. Do you feel like that prepared you for Texas?
I felt like in terms of building up to an Ironman, I did have a nice progression with the Long Course Worlds racing. I had the pleasure of winning Long Course Worlds in 2009, but that was a double Olympic, so that was more of a half-Ironman race. But last year, Long Course Worlds was a 3K, 130K bike, and a 30K run, so that's about a 3/4 Ironman distance. So I had a little bit of success in there. I ended up second. It was a really rough day for me, but I learned a lot. So I felt, stepping up from 2 seasons of 70.3 racing and then that middle step race of IT Long Course Worlds, felt like I was ready to move up to the Ironman.
So in Texas, your swimming background helps you be third out of the water, but then when you got off the bike, you were 9 minutes back of Lieto, who was the leader at the time, in 7th place. How did you feel at T2?
When I hit T2 in Texas, I actually felt pretty confident. My biggest concern was coming off in contention on the bike. At Long Course Worlds, I absolutely blew up on the bike and lost 5 minutes, or maybe 5 or 6 minutes in the last 10 miles or 15 miles. So for me, it was really staying in contention, and I knew Chris Lieto was going to do his normal thing and hammer the bike, but after studying his races, I also know that he doesn't run under 3 hours. For me, I knew I could run under 250, and at least I thought I could, and that was 9 minutes I was willing to give up. So for me, it was really staying in contention with Neko, who ended up winning the race, and I think I came off the bike maybe 90 seconds behind him.
When did you pass for second place?
I ended up taking second place probably about maybe 16 or 17 miles into the run. It was a 3-lap run course out in Texas. I had a blistering first lap and pulled in a lot of time on Neko and Luke Bell, who were running side by side. And I knew watching them that someone had to be running the other guy's pace, so chances are one of them would end up, popping because they're running, above their mean. So that ended up happening. Luke fell off pace. I passed him and sat behind an echo for a little while and caught him at mile 19, but he's very race savvy, and he had a little something waiting for me when I caught him.
So he took off a little bit?
He did. We went through an aid station, and by the third lap, a lot of the age groupers were on the course, so it was a little hectic at the aid stations, and I went for some water and some Coke, and he just went around and opened up a big gap. And from there, it was kind of downhill for me the rest of the run.
It was a brand new race. How did you feel it was run?
Yeah, I thought Memorial Hermann did an unbelievable job with the race. Putting on any event for the first time is hard, but an Ironman of that caliber and that was receiving that much publicity, I thought they did a fantastic job. All the aid stations were really well run. The medical tent, I ended up getting some IVs after the race. The medical tent was unbelievable. It was like a 5-star resort in there. So, I mean, I was really pleased with everything they did.
I was talking to Michael Lovato about the race, and he said it was a surprisingly pretty bike course. Did you like that?
I love the bike course. I love the one loop aspect of the bike. Just out of sight, out of mind. That front group got away, and that was it. It was surprisingly scenic and rolling. When you think of Texas, you think of kind of sparse and flat, but it was really beautiful.
So, do you have any specific goals for Kona?
Kona is an interesting, interesting race. Obviously, with how I did in Texas, it seems like I could be in contention there, but you don't know Kona until you've raced it, and I haven't raced it yet. So, I'd love to be in the top 5. I mean, I think that's a really lofty goal. I think I'd be really happy with the top 10. But if I'm smart the rest of the season, I can see myself in the top 5.
Are you still trying for London 2012?
I decided at the beginning of this year to focus on Ironman instead of the Olympics, and that was a very tough decision for me. But with the level of competition now, in all different formats of triathlon, you really have to be specific. And I decided, maybe I have 8 years left in my career, and I want to win Kona. If I do one thing in the sport, it'd be winning Kona. And I figured it's time to kind of go all in and fully commit to Ironman racing.
Well, good luck.
Thanks.